And welcome. Welcome. Let's welcome in 2021. We're all sitting here dumping 2020 together, writing in the comments everything you're ready to let go of, everything you're ready to let go of in 2020, lack, self-criticism, doubt, all that stuff. Yes, we're just letting it all go. And this is the burner. This is the compost right here. Lack consciousness. Okay, we're just putting that all in the burner. Everything is going. And we are about to bring in a whole new paradigm. Who's ready for a new paradigm? Paradigm shift, y'all? Yeah. All right. I like to see all those hands up. Let's bring in the new paradigm, whatever that is for you. And I want you to write in the comments, what is a new paradigm? What for you are you bringing in 2021? What are you committed to or inspired by or want to get on the same page as? What are you ready to align with for 2021? What is it? What are we calling in here? Success. All right. Healing, health, and wholeness. Massive abundance and completion of projects and dreams. Yes, bring it in. Bring it in. Joy, alignment, clarity. Yes, harmony. 2021 looks so promising, all these things. A partner in crime, Glenn. All right. I'm like mocking that up for you. Speaking my truth, living in alignment, being completely devoted to my path. Yes. Full confidence in my craft by fully embodying my gifts. Yes. Oh, Meg, your gifts are so beautiful. I love watching you on social media. You just have such an incredible presence. I love your tea ceremonies. Those are so amazing. Yeah, so anybody who's just jumping on, just write. We're just dumping out 2021, writing what we're dumping, and we're bringing in the new stuff. So you're just going to write in the comments like what it is you're bringing in. Let's like bring in something good. Success, abundance in all areas of my life. My Purium team, my life partner. Oh, yes. Okay. Let's put like a nice big sustainable, recyclable, compostable balloon around all of that. A big New Year balloon, all right? Because we just want to like ground this vision, growing my sustainable tribe. Yes, we're going to ground this vision, and we are going to put that out for 2021 and let that just like rise with the clock. All right. And I would love to encourage you all to do a vision board of some sort, to write your visions down. There's something really powerful in writing down the word, right? Writing it down has so much power. And I literally started a vision board with some people from my team yesterday who came over, and we created vision boards. And so we're just really wanting to be creative, because visualizing might be a vision board, it might be writing it down. But when you start to see it, you begin to actually match the frequency of that which you're calling in. Literally, by saying it, by writing it, by visualizing it, you're beginning to align with that which you're ready to attract. You're aligning with that which you're ready to attract. So this is our big opportunity. 2021 is a big opportunity right now for like everything to change, even numerologically, astrologically, whatever you believe in. But New Year is all here too. The new year is all here too. So everything we're going to change. And so who is calling in better health? What are your health goals for the new year for 2021? Go ahead and type in the comments. What would you like to shift? And that could even mean letting go of cravings. It could be creating new habits. It could be like, I'm committed to not shop. When I go shopping, I am not going to buy those things and put them in my house, because I know myself that if I go to the store and I bring it home, I'm going to eat it. So the first battle is at the store. That is the frontier. All right. So we got all right, stopping coffee. Okay, that's a big one. Let's see what else you guys mocking up here. Committed to self-positive self-talk and body positivity. Yes, my body is strong and can do hard things. Yes, strength. Oh, this is exciting. We're going to talk about strength and energy and all that stuff in a little bit. Energy, candida cleanse, back to more raw food, lose 15 pounds. All right. Yeah, I think all of us probably gained the COVID-19, the COVID-19 pounds. And that's fine. You know what? There's nothing wrong with that. I personally feel like my body can go up and down, and I'm actually happy with a wide range of weight for myself personally. And I think that no matter what, we can love ourselves where we're at, and also like invite health and vibrance and let our bodies shed what's not necessary, whatever we're wanting to let go of, because one of the places that toxicity is held is in the lymph. And so this is part of why we're doing a group transformation for January. We're really wanting to let go of toxicity. We're wanting to let go of the toxins in our body and all the lymph, okay? So this is just a part of it. There's a bigger picture here. But I wanted to just say hello to and introduce a couple friends of mine who are possibly here. I just want to just really quickly, and we're going to all pitch in and we're going to talk today, but we're going to share some really powerful stories. And one of them is Stephanie Dawn, who is the co-chair of the Million Mom Movement. And she, as chair of the Million Mom Movement, is committed to bringing clean and green into the pantries of all parents, all moms, everybody in the nation, really, and expanding beyond that. And so she's going to share in a little bit. We also have some incredible stories. Kieawnie is going to share her story of transformation, which is really beautiful. And we're also going to hear from Nova, who has a beautiful story as well. So get ready. You're going to hear some really, really inspiring things today. I'm really glad that there's a lot of people here, because this vibration, like all of us together, are creating the energy to hold for a whole new year. And that right now is including our health. So who's ready? Let me just see in the comments, like maybe you guys already started putting them there, but what would be something you'd like to hear about today? What is something that you'd like to hear addressed today? Maybe it's about a particular health concern. Maybe it's about cravings. Maybe it's about like, oh my gosh, I'm like trying to quit coffee or have whatever. So feel free to throw in the comments, and so we make sure we address that, because this is really an opportunity to get educated today. This is going to be some great information. And I want to start by sharing about the owners, the mission and vision of the company. And starting with Dave Sandoval, who's the founder of Purium Health Products, and he has literally changed my life. So Dave and Amy started this company, Purium, about 25 or 30 years ago. I don't know the exact number, but their intention was to bring quality products to the world and to actually change people's health from the inside out. And Dave, does anybody shop with the USDA organic food label? Have you ever seen that? The USDA organic food label, and you're like, yeah, I got to make sure that that label is on whatever I buy. So let me tell you how that label came to our company. Dave and Amy lobbied to get the USDA organic food label for all of us, for all of our produce, for everything in the nation. So everything you see with the USDA organic food label, you can now thank Dave and Amy. All right. They brought us that. They lobbied. They got that passed in Congress. They got that happening for us. They wanted to make sure that their products were different than anyone, that their products were distinguished from food, like food from toxins. Okay. So they did us a huge favor. One of the things that's included in the USDA organic food label is things need to be GMO free. So the law of organic means no genetically modified organisms. And what happens when you have genetically modified organisms is that they spray Roundup, and there's this very intense toxin, but Roundup a weed killer on every GMO crop. And that weed killer is called glyphosate. Anybody heard of glyphosate? Okay, y'all educated. So glyphosate, by now, worldwide, we've had huge multi-million-dollar lawsuits against Monsanto for cancer and so on for this toxin. So this is what we want to remove from our systems. And Stephanie's going to share a beautiful story in a little bit about that. And I'm going to share my story a little bit later, but I'd like to just give an opportunity for Stephanie to talk, because she is the chair of the Million Mom Movement. And I really would like for you to share your beautiful story of health and transformation, and a little bit about what you know about glyphosate and biomedic.
With pleasure. Thank you so much, Rachel. It's lovely to be here with you on the last day of 2020, bringing in this incredibly, delicious energy around transformation and really creating a new life, because that's what we're doing here. Hello, everyone. As Rachel said, my name is Stephanie Dawn, and I have had direct experience with glyphosate in my own family's life. My young boy, Zephyr, he's 14 now, but he, for the first 7 years of his life was eating his favorite cereal, Cheerios, made by General Mills. And what I learned about 4 or 5 years ago is that Cheerios have the highest parts per billion of glyphosate on them of all the products tested in 2016 by Food Democracy Now! And the detoxproject.org. So you can imagine my horror as a young mom feeding my boy toxic food. He had really, issues with nausea and diarrhea, icky stuff for a mom to be dealing with. And I just thought, oh, that's just Zephyr's constitution. No, it's because I was feeding him toxic food. And I tried as a mom, if you're a mom, you'll hear me. I tried as a mom to give him the organic O products, and I didn't succeed. So anyways, Zephy was really sick. And thankfully, Dave Sandoval, the founder of our company, who Rachel was just talking about, had the foresight to know that, well, I can't stop Monsanto from spraying our food with glyphosate, but I can create a product to remove the glyphosate out of the bodies of humans, right? And so that's exactly what Biomedic does. I just got Bodhi the dog here, just came in to say hello. And so glyphosate is an herbicide. It's sprayed all over oats, wheat, legume, fruit, almonds, so many crops in the US. And long story short, my boy got well. He continues to take the Biomedic to this day. And I'm forever grateful. But it wasn't enough for me just to heal my own boy, okay? And as a chair of the Million Mom Movement, I'm deeply committed and dedicated to helping moms, dads, grandparents, aunties, uncles, and really people that just care about our food, our toxic, the toxins on our food, and that care about children to get the toxins out of kids. There's an urgent need to detox our children. So a year ago, almost a year to the day, actually, Rachel, I created what's called Fierce Fridays. And I want to invite you all to come this coming next Friday, January 8th, which just happens to be my birthday, to come and join us, because we're going to be creating a vision for 2021 as the community of the Million Mom Movement. So I want to invite you all to join us to do that. And I just, here's what I know, you guys. You don't have to be a mom to be a part of this movement. You just have to care. You have to want to make a difference, and you have to know that your ability to open your mouth and educate and inspire and share is and will do that, So thank you so much, Rachel. I can go on, but yeah, no, I really appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you. Awesome. I just want to say Nancy, for some reason, keeps coming off mute, but I just want to say, everyone, just check your mute buttons. I'm not quite sure why that's happening. I'll go ahead and mute you. Awesome. Thank you so much. It's really inspiring, all that you do. Thank you for all of your contributions, and also all the letter writing and campaigning that you guys do to get General Mills to change their policy and their products. And you really do a lot for this company. So thank you. I would love to invite, I don't know if Nova's on right now, but Kieawnie, I don't know if you're ready to share, but Kieawnie has a beautiful story, and I met Kieawnie through Purium, and she's just such a bright light, and she's just so fun, and I really just adore her, and invited her to share her story because it's really inspiring. Oops, let's see, let's get you unmuted first.
There we go. So I got a couple of levels to my story. I love Purium, love. I think it's been in my home for about 2 years. So I joined Purium because I was suffering from chronic pelvic pain, and I had a friend. Actually, let me rewind. It was like a weight issue that was going on, and I had a friend who was doing healthy happy hours, and she invited me, and she was talking about, just supporting your weight loss with superfoods, and I had really never paid attention before. And so I went and I tried some of the products and fell in love with the Love Shake, and then started talking to Bobby and Rachel and Grace at the time. And they were talking about how basically, it could help you heal your body, and it could help me with my chronic pelvic pain. So I started Purium, and literally, I would say within 2 months that my pelvic pain was gone. And so I just continued taking it, loving it. And then I stopped because I was convinced by another friend to try her weight loss program. And within like 4 weeks, my pelvic pain came crashing back. And it was awful. It's awful, awful, awful. So took me about 6 months to figure out, okay, like this is enough's enough. And I'd also realized like my GI system had stopped working, taking these other products. So I stopped taking them, and then I connected with Rachel, and I was telling her about my GI problems and about the pelvic pain coming back. And she just like ran down these list of things like barley green, um, and actually the MVP shake, because my husband was deciding that he wanted to go vegan this summer, and he was recovering from addiction. He had had like this point in his life, this epiphany. We're 44, and he was like, you know what, I need to be better, and I want to do better. So I went ahead and ordered all of the things that Rachel suggested, and went ahead and started taking them. And honestly, like my pelvic pain is gone. It's disappeared totally. And it was something that pretty much would plague me from like the middle of, my cycle all the way to afterwards. And it's gone. And so that makes me such a happy lady, and it makes my husband a happy man because his wife is not cranky all the time. The other thing is that with my husband, so he was recovering from his addiction, and he decided that he wanted to start biking, and he was watching these MMA fighters, and that he wanted to go vegan this summer. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to order this. And I ordered it, and he started taking it. And I cannot even tell you that this man's life changed. I mean, he was like challenging himself, that he said he was going to kill this life and that he wanted his life back. And his favorite things are can't beat this and the aminos. And I would find my husband running up and down the street, kind of like boxing, like he was literally like taking his life back. And for the first time, my husband has gone back to work, and he's feeling good, and he's doing really, really well. And I have to credit that to Purium and Rachel's help this summer. And it's just been amazing. So we are going to do a reset ourselves, after the holidays and things like that, and get back on track. But I'm really, really thankful to Purium for, giving me my joy back and giving my husband his life back.
Wow, that's really amazing. I didn't remember the part about how you had switched to a different product and then the pain came back. That's incredible. Thank you for sharing that. You're going to learn in a minute why this helps reduce pain, why this helps reduce inflammation, and how this can help with weight loss when we have Anne speak in a little bit. But I think I'm going to share my story because I've been pretty well for about 5.5 years, but for 9 years, I was sick with Hashimoto's, autoimmune disorder of the thyroid. If you ever heard of Hashimoto's, drop me a 1 in the comment. Or if you know anybody with Hashimoto's, drop a 2 in the comment. And this is an autoimmune disorder of the thyroid, but I had been so exhausted. I was struggling from many, many things, and I had a very bleak future in front of me, and I couldn't even imagine. But I had adrenal fatigue. If anybody has ever suffered from adrenal fatigue, drop a 3. That is just exhaustion, right? Where you just want to sleep, you don't want to move, you just want to be in bed, just like need to nap all the time. So adrenal exhaustion. I was suffering from brain fog. Drop me a 4 if you've ever had brain fog. Brain fog felt like I was stoned. I'm going, what am I talking about mid-sentence? What did I just do? And I'll never forget this famous moment in my life where I'm standing there in front of the stove and looking at all these beautiful vegetables in this wok, and it's like, oh wow, this meal looks great. And I'm thinking, wow, who's making dinner? And I was trying to remember, like, who's making dinner? I look around, like, who's cooking? Like, this food is on the stove. Like, who's cooking? And I look around and I go, oh my God, no one's here. I'm home alone. I'm cooking. I am cooking. What? And I couldn't even remember. I was trying to rack my brain. When did I put these vegetables in here? When did all this stuff happen? And I realized that I was struggling with almost amnesia and was getting so bad. And then I started to get vertigo where I was getting really dizzy. And then I woke up one morning and I fell and I crashed and I put a hole in the wall with my head and I could not stand up. I was so dizzy. This is when I started to think maybe I have a brain tumor. Maybe there's something else more serious going on. Maybe I don't know what is going on, but I started to explore. And I was pretty debilitated for a number of years, but I got to a point where I made a decision. Who has ever made a decision in life where you're just fed up with something and you said, I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired, or I'm just, whatever this thing is, it's got to change. And maybe that's now. Maybe that's now in your life. But you ever gotten to a point where you just made a decision and you're like, I am doing it. And whatever that thing was, you committed to it and something changed, right? So this is what happened. I said, I'm done. Not only was I done being sick and tired, but I was also done being broke, because when you are sick, you cannot work. And I was so scared that I was going to be an older person on the street, homeless, with no one to take care of me because I didn't have a family and I wasn't able to take care of myself. And I literally imagined this horrible future for myself, and I was terrified. And so I said, that's it. 2015, we're on. Game on. We are going to conquer this. And I have no idea what that's going to look like. And I even thought, oh, I'm going to go to Tibet and find a shaman, or I'm going to ride a horse across the Sahara Desert and do something romantic that's going to wake me up and give me that aha moment. I didn't know what it was, but I just knew. So I literally attracted this into my life, and so it didn't happen as romantic as I thought. Someone actually just tagged me in a post on social media, and I saw someone's story, and I said, that's what I need. Whatever that is, I need that. And I reached out to that person, and she set me up. And before long, I was doing the ultimate lifestyle transformation, which is what we're going to do together in January. And this is a 30-day transformation that literally resets your entire health, your entire body, your liver, and everything. So I did this, and within 10 days, like 7 days, on day 7, I had so much energy. I had to go to the gym. I said, I got to go to the gym. I have so much energy. I'm going crazy. It was almost like I was in lockdown. I said, I got to get out of this house. And I'll never forget running on that treadmill and seeing my reflection in the mirror. And I saw a smile on my face for the first time in years. I made a real, genuine smile. And I looked at that and I said, whoa, Rachel, you are happy. Wow, you are happy. And suddenly I got scared. I said, oh, how long is this going to last? It's only going to last the duration of this 30 days. And then it's all going to go back to normal. Oh gosh. But I said, okay. I'm just going to enjoy it while I can. Right? In those first 10 days, I lost 10 pounds. My bloating disappeared. My brain fog lifted. I was able to finish sentences. I was not embarrassed to be around people anymore. And my whole light came back on. What you see now wasn't there before I started this program. So long story short is I had an incredible year that year. And I went on to get into fitness. So I lost around 25 pounds. And I started working out. I got really into working out, so much that somebody actually suggested to me that I get into bodybuilding. And I was like, what? You gotta be crazy. I think I had body dysmorphia. I didn't really notice that things were changing. And I also just didn't really totally believe that that was possible. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna get on stage. And to me, winning is just getting on stage. Just the fact that I got myself onto stage and I had the courage to get up there will be a win. And that's all I need to know. So I did it. I got on stage a few months later. And I did this, yep, 42. I think I was actually 44 when I got on the stage. So here I was on stage, and I ended up winning. I was in the 40s and over division. I won the 40s and over division. And then after that is the 20s and over division. And so I was doing the 20s and over division in evening gown. And I literally won both competitions, first place. And I was completely struck and amazed. And that year I had lost both my parents, and my roommate had committed suicide, and I was a hot mess. And so to have this win, to have something good happen in my life the same year that all the worst things in my life happened, literally just brought me to tears. And I was there on stage, and I look over and I see my coach, and she's like, you did it, I told you. And she's crying, tears are rolling down her face, tears are rolling down my face. I'm going, how did this happen? I don't know how this happened. But I'm telling you, I owe it to Purium. Purium literally gave me so much energy that I wanted to do something different. And I just took my life on with a vengeance and just became passionate about working out. And I hated working out before. Anybody else hate working out? Let me tell you, if you're somebody who was like, I would like to work out, work out, this will give you inspiration, fuel, and energy for a change in your life. So we're going to find out how, because Anne is the queen. I want to just talk up my friend Anne. So Anne and I have known each other for 20 years or so. And she actually has a store called Healthy in the Park. And She has been selling these superfoods and all these other different amazing products out of her store. And she really vets products. I mean, she is organic beyond, beyond, beyond. And so she just really has, for her standards to approve Purium was really just such a confirmation for me. So she's going to share with you about the daily Core 4, which is what we do on the daily, but also most importantly, the ultimate lifestyle transformation, which is what which is the 30-day transformation that we're going to do together in January. So go ahead, Anne, take it away.
Thank you. Thank you. Don't we all have to take a deep breath with that Rachel story, or is that just because I love her so much? Seriously, right? I mean, whoo! I was there. I watched that whole thing happen. You know, and right there when I was doing it, you asked a really potent question before I launched into the Core 4 was, did you ever have a moment, you know? And for me, that moment was in the hallway at 40 years old after having an emergency gallbladder. Rachel mentioned to you that I was already a health expert. So this was a heavy blow of humble pie for me to have to recognize some emotional eating habits that caused me to literally damage myself. And I broke my gallbladder. We can do that. Can you believe it? So I was in the hallway and I was so stiff at 40 years old. Rachel, and she didn't mention this, but we've known each other. We were in a dance community together. So here I am thinking I'm doing handstands, but actually I have this moment in the hallway where I realize I'm 40 years old and I can't move my ankles. They're so stiff. I'm sliding across the ground. I hear a sound and I realize it's my own feet shuffling across the bathroom to go into the bathroom in the morning. And my heart starts to pound. And I'm like, oh my God. And I know as an expert that inflammation is what I'm experiencing and that it's the first drumbeat of death. And I immediately start opening to, you know, my heart and soul to please guide me. And I know it's detox. I know immediately it's detox. And then Rachel posts her picture at the same time, this picture of herself being so happy with, you know, a bottle on her arm. And I blow it up and I see and I vet the brand. She told you I'm a vetter of brands. So I go and I blow the picture up. And it's, you know, it's a brand called Purium, and I find out the formulator because that's my gig, right? I'm a geek. I find out formulators and then I find out who they are and what they do and how they think. And it was Dave and Amy, who I knew for 20 years to be the highest of the high, the people you want to get your product made by. You want your bulk product from these people if you're going to put a brand on shelf, right? And I'm like, I get chills all over my body. And I call her and I say, please let me have it. I just need to do this. I'm going to spend money on me. I'm a mom. I never spent money on me. I used my first credit card to buy something for myself. Sure, I had a store, but that was for my customers. But I spent $555, if I remember, which is a great number of change to get the Core 4 in the version of the 10-day, which you and I now call the 30-day ultimate lifestyle transformation. Same products done in different ways. So the Core 4, and you know, I think I want to really be integrous. Rachel did mention, I'm going to mention why it reduces pain and why it helps with weight. I did lose 65 pounds. The inflammation was rooted in it, but the outcome of that was holding weight for me. And because of this product, this Core 4 situation where I had all the nutrients for the first time in my life, even without a gallbladder, my body could uptake the nutrients. And I started, like Rachel, to feel a shift, which I needed to find out what it was. It was oxygen, it was phytonutrients, it was raw, vital nutrition. And so just because it's a powder, we have to remember that it is in true form fresher. When you think about how long does something take to get to you from the farm, and it trucks along and it goes and it's in refrigerator after refrigerator, this is literally a powder formulated by a master. And each of its bulk product is put together and they're all raw and fresh, cultivated in soil that yields trace minerals that allow it to have nutrition. So why you feel so different is because it's absorbed and it causes your body to be flushed with nourishment. And that is the major pinnacle difference between a body that's nourished and a body that's depleted, right? so what I had to understand was that both Rachel, who I knew had been suffering for years and doing all the best proving and maca and spirulina, everything, she tried everything, nothing worked. And why I, as an expert, nothing worked. I was already veganish, vegetarianish, gluten-free-ish. I mean, USD organic, she was already eating that way and it didn't work. Why didn't it work? Because I was overly toxic. Even me, an expert in, I never put pink lotion with fragrance on my skin. I knew that was poison. I knew my largest organ was absorbing that, but I had a missing link. And it was the core four. It was the phytonutrients of the deep purple, and I don't know if you saw that melatonin is now being, touted as a hormone, which it is. For us, it helps prevent cancer and it's urinary tract and all the blues and the phytonutrients is, but it also now has to do with melatonin, naturally created, and COVID protection. I mean, endlessly. Sandoval is a formulations expert. I don't just vet products, I vet people. The guy has something special. And so why we can make such a huge change in people's lives is because of the profundity of the core four done in the ultimate lifestyle transformation, which allows people to gently enter, taking the products once a day, adding nourishment to your life, adding your protein that's immediately absorbed and it doesn't hurt your body or cause drag or strain, flushing it at night with all of its purples and blues, and then also giving you the biometric. Now I put it in a special fancy glass because that's just who I am. My fancy special glass. It's just another level of light. And these nourishments are composed of light, which allows our bodies to heal, nourish, and repair at a staggering rate, which is why Rachel was able to build muscle and heal so profoundly from a condition that had depleted her body in amongst living in West County, which has a lot of pesticides, right? So you got to breathe every day, the antibiotics. Well, you got to protect yourself every day. And again, you want to work with amazing formulators who bring something to the table, some passion. And that's how people who are great formulators find great geniuses. And that's how we have Biomedic, because of the genius of other great people. And Dave always touts about standing on the shoulders of giants, right? And so the people who come to Purium, you get to learn very unique 4 products used in different ways. And those 4 products get to be the beginning to most people's healing. Sometimes there's an issue with barley. She mentioned in the first story, which I just loved your first story, and I can't remember your name, but oh my God, that was so profound. Thank you for sharing that beautiful story. The core 4 plus the barley she mentioned, that's additional product, and very rarely does an additional product need to be required with the core 4, the ultimate lifestyle transformation. Sometimes it does, and it's there for you because we have 70 products. Okay, I think I covered it. Did I do good? I tried to be a little shorter this time.
You're so cute. I love that, Anne. Yeah, I just want to kind of like briefly say what the ultimate lifestyle transformation is, and I can do that part. So the ultimate lifestyle transformation is 3 phases. There's 2 different ways to do it. You could do the core 4 daily, what you just showed. You do that twice a day for 30 days, and that floods the body with nutrition and detoxes and nourishes. And then that is what where people have an amazing experience. It's almost like an epiphany. And another way to do it is you can do a 10-day prep where you're just adding it in once a day. And then you do a 10-day acceleration where you're doing it 3 times a day. And then that's like a cleanse, right? But you're also eating this whole time, so don't get confused. And then at the end, you're doing it twice a day. And then that's basically the lifestyle. So you start with the prep, and then there's an acceleration, and then there's a lifestyle. So you get to learn the lifestyle ongoing for me. I do it once or twice a day, depending. Now, if I go to a wedding and I pig out and I eat all the sugar and all the cake and everything, it's not a big deal if I indulge once or twice or, a few times, for the holidays or whatever, because I'm so clean because I'm doing this the daily core 4 is like a cleanse every single day. It's like resetting the palate every single day. And so then on big days, if I want to just like have fun and go to a party or whatever, I can just reset the next day. Just doing the shakes a couple times a day and having a clean and green meal. So that just resets me. But the ultimate lifestyle transformation that we're doing together in January is literally 60 meals. Basically, you're replacing 60 meals with the shakes, and that's 2 meals a day. And then you're going to have a clean and green meal in the evening. And you're going to eat as much fruit and vegetables as you want all through the day. All right. I eat about 15 pieces of fruit in a day, literally. And for anybody who worries about blood sugar, like there's definitely this fruit fear that is a myth. The only thing you have to watch is oils, really. We have this kind of interesting situation going on where people are all into high fats. Just know this, fats cause insulin resistance, all right? So then our body can't process sugar. So the fats make it hard for us to process sugar. And then that's what causes the blood sugar spike. And so then people go, oh, I can't eat fruit. Oh, I can't eat potatoes. Oh, I can't eat these things. Why? Because of the fat. So lessen the oils and the fats in your world, and you'll find out something different. The other thing that happens is also fats contribute to, they cause adrenaline. They force the body to produce adrenaline. And this actually feeds pathogens. So this is another reason why it's really important in this COVID reality. If you're worried about, want to protect your immune system, you want to like be lowering the fats. And so this is going to give you 30 days of incredible nutrients to protect your system and remove all the toxins like glyphosate, et cetera. And, sorry, there's somebody off mute. Let me just make sure. And so that's what it is. All right. So we'll do Q&A at the end. If you have any questions about it, you're like, what is this? I'm not quite sure. You can ask at the end. So I want to just give you an idea of what this costs, and just say that you're going to get a discount from whoever invited you. You can use, you're going to get a gift code, and the code is going to give you 25% off of whatever it is. So the ultimate lifestyle transformation. And for me, I literally, it's like, I save money, but I'll explain that in a minute. The ultimate lifestyle transformation is about $11 a day in the United States, $15 a day if you're in Canada, $11 a day for 2 meals a day. So think about how much you spend if anybody eats out, or you get snacks, or you get coffee. We're probably spending a lot more than that on one meal. All right. So this is a way to save money. This is, when I did it, it saved me $300 the first time I did it. And I also told you that I was struggling with my health. I ended up living in my car for a few months while I built my business. And this was the cheapest way to eat. This was literally like the most inexpensive fast food that was the healthiest fast food on the planet. So I was living in my car, eating for $2.50 a meal, having the healthiest meal of anybody else around me. I'm like, yeah, I'm in my car eating better than you out there in the restaurants and not you out there in your homes, you know? So the beautiful thing too is that I had been a wedding photographer for years, and I literally, you know, was just burnt out. And that was part of what caused my exhaustion, my adrenal fatigue, was so much traveling. And I just couldn't do it anymore. And so I had begun to study Ayurvedic nutrition because I was trying to become a practitioner to help myself. I really wanted to help myself get healthy. And what happened was I found Purium instead, and Purium ended up being so transformative for my health. Like I said, you all heard the story. It transformed my health so much that I wanted to share this with other people. So I became an affiliate. And as an affiliate, that's what I was doing for 4 months. I decided to let go of wedding photography completely and build this new business from my car, which I did. And within a few months, I was able to totally, fully support myself on this income. And within a year, I was able to start sending money to my family in the Philippines. And I helped put my niece through college. And I've helped put another niece and another nephew through college. And I've been able to help my sister in the Philippines get teeth, which made her so happy. She used to show up on Facebook looking so unhappy. And then when I finally met her, I said, oh my God, she smiles all the time. She's the happiest person in the world. Why? You know why she wasn't smiling? Because she had no teeth. And so the first thing I did when I went there and I saw her, I said, let me get you some teeth. Do you want some teeth? And she was, I didn't want to offend her. I'm like, you look beautiful no matter what. And she was like, oh my God, are you serious? Are you serious? And I said, yeah. She said, no, it's too much. I said, no, let me help you if you want this. And she got her teeth, and she started having all these pictures of her smiling on Facebook. And she said, now I can get a job because I have a pretty smile. And she just needed the confidence to be able to go out there. And so my family was really destitute. And so it was really important for me because they were all malnourished. Not all of them, but some of them were malnourished and struggling with tooth health. Because guess what? Blood feeds the teeth, And so if you're not eating well, it causes tooth decay. 4 years later, this is a little interesting health tip. Whatever your teeth are doing now is a reflection of what you were eating 4 years ago. So you can heal your teeth by eating well. True story. All right. So moving on. So back to the price. Had to detour for that story for a second. So this is basically going to be about $11 a day for 30 days. So it comes out to be about $314 plus shipping. Normally it's $419. So but you're going to get $100 off, from $105 off from the gift code that whoever your friend has invited you is going to give you. So it's $314. This is going to be 60 meals over 30 days, plus your supplements. So $11 a day gives you food and supplements. All right. And if you want to do the Core 4 ongoing, which I really recommend a smart order, the ongoing monthly, I have been on the Core 4 for the last 5.5 years. And guess what? My symptoms have not come back. No more brain fog, no more adrenal fatigue. My weight has stayed balanced the entire time, and I don't even work out anymore. I'm not a bodybuilder anymore. I mean, I will again someday, I'm sure, but I just do yoga. And this is my natural state. And one of the things that's so beautiful is that now that I help other people, it's actually helping me, because I'm helping hold other people accountable. So by becoming an affiliate, I've become one of those people that supports other people to stay healthy. And guess what that does for me? It keeps me accountable. It keeps me eating healthy. So it's one of the things I love about this business, and one of the things that has brought me so much joy about doing this. And I've seen so many of my friends, some who are on the Zoom, transform their lives and completely get their health back. And there's not time to hear all those stories, but I thought I'd show you guys a little slideshow really quick. So here it is. I'm going to share my screen. Now I pray that this works. I don't always have good luck, but let me know. Somebody come off mute and just tell me if you're seeing my screen in just a moment.
Yep.
Okay. And here we go. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Rachel.
Yes.
Okay. Now, starting with my friend Nova. She was going to talk on the call today. This is her before and after. This is her 6-month picture. Okay. This is my friend Chris. This is last year. This is only halfway through his transformation. So last year, he lost 208 pounds in 1 year. This is my friend Tracy. She was an esthetician. And this is her in 2 months. She was really uncomfortable doing the work she did. She felt like, how can I be helping people with their skin when my skin looks like this? And now look at her. Totally beautiful. This is my transformation. This is me in 90 days. And this was my workout. And this is me after my competition. This is the day after my competition. This is my friend Mele. She literally transformed her health. She had gotten poisoning from chemo. She got liver poisoning from chemo, and her skin has completely transformed, as you can see. These are some of the things that can happen. You can see improvements in sleep and skin. You can have changes in weight. And some people are underweight and looking for gaining weight. We can do that too. We have a weight gain protocol if you're somebody who's underweight. Inflammation, as you heard, people reducing pain. And then energy and emotion. I've heard people say, I no longer scream at my children. I'm no longer mean to my husband. So that's a reality. It's just when we feel good in our bodies, we tend to have a better disposition. And then digestion. Obviously, the Biomedic removes glyphosate, which is a gut toxin. And it's a probiotic that repairs your digestion. So, and this is Carl. He's no longer diabetic. And this is him in 90 days. Nutritional support. This is my little friend I met at the airport. Too many Skittles, but looking pretty good within an hour. This is another friend of mine. He was having trouble gaining weight. He was really wanting to, he's another bodybuilding champion. And this is him through his progress. Now, in the first picture, he was eating 5,000 calories a day and couldn't gain any weight. And then he went down to 2,000 calories a day using Purium, and then all this muscle gain. We also have protocols for people who are, this is my friend Tal. She lost weight in 60 days. That's her before and after picture. And now she actually owns a CrossFit gym, and she's like me. She just became a monster. She's like, I got to work out. She has so much energy. And so now she owns a CrossFit gym. She's super buff. There was Chris again. And then also if anybody is breastfeeding or pregnant, we have protocols for pregnancy. All right. So there's everything is available to you. And whoops, where do I go back? Here we go. That's it. Now you've seen it. So I wanted to bring on Tanya for a second, if Tanya doesn't mind. It's kind of a, oops, here we go. To share a little bit about her business. She became a brand partner. She owns a rebounding fitness studio, which is the best exercise in the world, rebounding. You bounce, and when you're at zero gravity, your cells literally go to zero gravity, and something about that is really good for the body. So tell us a little bit about, Tanya, about, how this has, helped you and during, especially during this lockdown time, having an online business, how Kieawnie has helped you.
Hi, thanks, Rach. Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. Yeah, so I did my transformation about 18 months ago, and that's its own story. And I had my studio, and because my experience with the ultimate lifestyle transformation was so amazing, I of course started sharing it with clients, but in a pretty casual way. I wasn't, I just wasn't working that part of it as a business. People, obviously, when you own a fitness studio or, if you're in the wellness industry, people trust you. And so, and I looked amazing and my energy was so much better and stuff. So people just were naturally asking what I was doing. So I was casually doing it, and I did a couple of group cleanses, but it was, I wasn't giving it a ton of energy. Because I'm a single mom with a 4-year-old and who's now 5. And, it's just, I only had so much bandwidth. So anyway, then COVID hit. And I have, turns out, the most vulnerable business in America, which is class-based fitness classes. So I almost only do fit classes anymore, not personal training. And so I'm still closed. March 16th, we closed down. I'm in California. So still closed. And I thought, okay, this will be a month or two, and it wasn't, as we all know. And so I quickly had to get creative quickly. I started virtual classes, of course, but realized in the short term and the long term that I needed a more secure form of revenue, a more secure form of making money, and that was recession and pandemic proof. And I've been in this game a long time. I'm 51, and I was just getting, it just came at the same time that I was like, I'm really tired of working dollars for hours. And I'm obsessed with research. I knew all the things about how to, online stuff, and I had been thinking I was going to fold it into my business at some point. I'd talked to a couple business coaches, all these things I've been working on, and I just hadn't implemented anything. So I knew that I needed to do something. And so I just went, oh my God, Purium, because I'm still, since for 18 months, I've never stopped taking the Core 4. It's absolutely my lifeline. So there I am taking it every day, and still consulting people about their nutrition and getting clients who, want to do it. And so I reached out to Rachel. I said, okay, let's do this. I want to do this I want to give this my attention. So COVID has been a gift to me. Sorry, my Kai, I'm sorry. Can you need to shut the door, honey? I'm talking. Sorry. COVID's been a gift for me because, like I said, I wanted to shift how I was working. And there it was just handed to me. And so I've pivoted. I still teach my classes, but here's the thing. Anybody who's on here who, you don't have to be a fitness owner, a fitness instructor, a personal trainer, a yoga studio owner, but anybody who is doing those kinds of businesses, COVID or not, you are missing a huge opportunity if you don't offer a nutrition program. And because people are naturally gonna, be looking to you for that. So, and I can tell you, like Anne said, my eye for quality is really high. I sent all the products off to my PhD dietitian to make sure these were the best of the best, and they are. And so you can offer anything if you want, but if you really want to watch people transform their health, bring in Purium to help people. So we're in the business of wellness. We're in the business of, if you're like me, what makes my heart sing is truly watching people up level their health and rid their body of pain and disease and illness. And this is how you can do it. And so the exciting thing is that I can work from home. And what I realized was that I'm actually helping more people, way more people than I can dollars for hours in my studio, 10 people at a time, one person at a time, that dollars for hours, even in a class setting. It's just, you only have so much of you and so much time. And so now I'm actually able to help virtually anybody, as many people as you want to help, you get to help. So, and I always sort of say this tongue in cheek, but that it could put me out of business. But the truth about fitness and weight loss even, and there's my kiddo. Hi. And health, and this is true for weight loss, for weight loss specifically, the equation is 80% nutrition, 20% movement and exercise. Okay. So even though I've been a fitness instructor for 20 plus years, you need to go. Yes, go. That's the truth. Okay. So, yes, exercise is super important, vitally important for your immune system, all kinds of stuff, but your nutrition it's 80% of the equation. So anyway, I can't say enough about what it's doing for me and how it's transitioning my life and moving me into the place of true financial freedom that I've been working for as an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur my entire career, basically my entire life. And because I value freedom, the missing link was making the kind of money I want to make. And so now I get to do both, and I get to truly help people up level their health, which is more critical in 2020 than it's ever been. And I get to fold in my activism in there because I care so much about our food systems and food inequality and who has good food and who doesn't. And so anyway, it's just absolutely been the best gift of COVID for me in 2020. And I can't suggest it, or encourage people enough to get on board. So anyway, thanks, Rach.
Thank you. That's really powerful. I appreciate that story. And one of the things to know for anybody who decides that they want to become an affiliate, because if you order a pack, you actually can become an affiliate for free. So if you are interested in becoming an affiliate and you would like to have a side business or full-time business doing something online during these times and afterwards, I think it's a good thing for everyone to have. We have online training. We have all this free training, and it's really incredible. I have friends who were massage therapists and started applying this. I had one friend who was a massage therapist and started applying what she was learning through our teachings, and she applied that to her massage business. She actually grew her massage business till she was turning people away. And so I've seen what you can learn from our training and marketing and everything. You can also apply to whatever else you're doing if you already have a business, so you can grow the two together. And so there's just really wonderful training throughout the week that you can plug into, and we have just a fabulous team, as you can see. So we're all here to support each other and the synergy of this business model. It's not a perfect business model, but it is a really good one. The more I've learned about it, the more I realize how synergistic it is, because as you support each other, everyone grows and everyone succeeds together. And so there's really this sense of camaraderie and teamwork that's really satisfying. It's one of the reasons I was able to let go of wedding photography, is because of that. I was so tired of wearing all the hats in my business, and this was just such a powerful way to be part of a group of people, but still own my own business. So that's really nice. Anyway, so you guys, I'd love to just know, there's so many new faces here, people I've never met before. If you just wouldn't mind just like sharing who invited you today, just put that in the chat, like who invited you today, and just so we all have a sense of, how you came here, and maybe just like share something that's inspiring you, that you've heard today, something that's a takeaway for you, and then we're going to also just have a little Q&A, because I know that people are going to have questions, but just know that you can get back with whoever invited you, and they're going to help you get set up. You can go to isharepurium.com if you're interested in being an affiliate. If you want to go to isharepurium.com, you can use the code of whoever invited you to become an affiliate. If you want to just be a customer and you want to order the transformation and do the whole transformation with us through January, we have a Facebook support group. There's going to be information in there, all kinds of all kinds of support in there, recipes and so on. So we have a Facebook support group. If you want to be a customer, go to ishoppurium.com, ishoppurium.com, and you can order there. What you're looking for, what I recommend for everybody to try out to start with, is the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation Variety Pack. So on the end, it's going to say Variety Pack. If it doesn't say Variety Pack, it's not going to be variety. It's going to be just the Power Shake. So I recommend the Variety Pack so you can try the different flavors, try the different shakes, and have some variety through the month. It's more fun. So the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation Variety Pack is what you're looking for. You can go to ishoppurium.com if you're going to be a customer, and isharepurium.com. You'll get the launch pack if you're going to be a brand partner. But definitely get the support of the person who invited you here today for that. And with that, I'd like to open up the call to takeaways. Like, just share something that you heard that resonated with you. If you don't mind, just pop off mute, touch the screen, and click the mute button. You can share whatever you learned.
Actually, Rach, I was going to ask a quick question too. And someone was just texting me about whether or not it's certified gluten-free. So I was talking to Tanya, and I know she mentioned that there might be like trace amounts of gluten in the Biomedic, but is everything else pretty much solid as far as if you had celiac?
It's all gluten-free. The Biomedic has helped people who are celiac, but we can't recommend it for celiac because one of the ingredients is wheat germ. But it's such a tiny amount, like the possibility of gluten is so minute, it's less than is allowed in a plate of gluten-free pasta. So gluten-free pasta, if you had a plate of gluten-free pasta, it requires that you have, less than certain parts per billion. Well, the Biomedic has less than that many parts per billion. So just so you understand the concept, right? So I can't recommend it for people who are celiac, but I have had people who are celiac have amazing results, but I also, but I can't recommend it for that.
Totally. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne. She's explaining it in the comments. It's a compound extracted from wheat germ, not wheat germ. So anyone else? Questions or takeaways? All right, I'm going to go the recording for now, but you are welcome.